What is up? This is Los, and this is the Talking Place. I am here recording new. It's been a while since I recorded something. I know I've been putting out stuff, on the regular, pretty much for the most part. And yeah, it's been good. It's been, it's been a good feeling being able to do something weekly. But the secret is that I have not actually recorded anything in a while. I sat down, a few months ago, maybe at some point, and I just recorded a whole bunch of episodes at one time. And yeah, I've just been taking from that stock of recordings, and yeah, it's been working out good. I think for the most part. Maybe some older information, not so updated whenever I was doing stuff, but yeah, it's been working. but now this episode is brand new, is fresh. It is, I'm going to be putting it out the day after I record it. So that's good. And I think, the next week is going to be the same thing because I'm only recording one show this week. So yeah, it's October. Happy October. It is, the time of year, the Burr months that I always look forward to. I'm always excited when they start rolling around. This is the second Burr month. The first Burr month is already gone. It's already behind us, and that sucks. Time flies, let me tell you. And yeah, so we're here. We're getting the thick of it here with October, and October comes with all the spooky stuff, spooky season. So I'm excited to get into that vibe, and all the orange and purples and whatever stuff we're into and we're doing. I'm excited for it. Kids are excited. It's always a good time of year. It sucks being here in Florida because, it's like everything is telling you that it's nice and fall weather, fall time and all that. And we're here in 90 degrees during the day. The nights have started to be nice and cool though. So that's good. 70s, high 70s around there. So, it's not chilly jacket weather, but it's a lot better than what we've been getting, so that's good. Yeah, so this episode I wanted to just introduce these months here, the next few months, the next few weeks. October, generally speaking, whenever these seasons come around, I'm not really on the ball with stuff. I'm not with it. So being here, beginning of October, being able to have some sort of a schedule, some sort of something going on. I'm confident, semi-confident, I guess, that I could keep up with things, and we could talk spooky stuff. We could talk, whatever. I'm not just gonna condense it into one show like I did last year and throw it out there like the week of Halloween and then call it a day. This is something that I think is doable. I think I could do it. So I'm gonna try and do it. So for right now, let's go with last year's show. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out. It's in the feed somewhere. I'll link to it and everything. I talked about my favorite Halloween movies. I think that's what I'll go off of right here. I went over a whole bunch of different movies that we like to watch as a family, and then some towards the end where it was more not family friendly. and yeah, I was excited to talk about it and all that. I wanted to bring it up because I really liked the way the show came out. I remember I'd spent some time editing it, And I put different sound clips from the different movies that I talked about, and it was a pretty fun show to make, and I think it was a fun show to listen to. So if you haven't listened to that, go check it out. I remember getting a copyright hit on YouTube, I think it was, thanks to Disney. Thank you, Disney. So I went. I think I was going to go and fix that, but I don't think I did. But yeah, it's still there. If you go download it, the podcast, and listen to it, you'll hear all the clips and everything. It's a good show to listen to. It's cool. If you want to get into the Halloween mood, and you want some movies to hear about, or maybe some ideas for movies you haven't seen or haven't seen in a while, go check out that show. I talk about Hocus Pocus, Addams Family, Coraline, Monster Squad, Ghostbusters, Sleepy Hollow. I mentioned on there. Like it's a lot of good, some family friendly, some not. It's a fun time, I think. And I just listened to it on like triple speed just to catch up with the movies that I talked about, so I can mention them here. And yeah, it got me thinking like, oh man, it's time to watch movies like that again. So it's good. Other than that, just wanted to go and keep on with the vibe of that. I think now is a good time to be like, trying to enjoy more stuff like that, like just, getting in there and just getting into stuff that you like, especially during the seasons, like where it surrounds you, and it's a lot of stuff that sucks right now everywhere, elephant in the room, but yeah, it's hard to focus on things sometimes. I myself personally, I've found that getting off of social media has helped me a lot. It's something that I'm trying to hand down the knowledge to the teenager, and it's not helping him at all. Like it's, that there's a lot of stuff going on where it's making people feel like social media is needed in their day-to-day, hour-to-hour life, and it's not. I try very hard to not get on there like I used to. And I know I've mentioned before, my blog is something that I've been trying to focus on and keep up with. I haven't been doing that lately. I have been working on stuff. It's not like I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I've been working on a lot of stuff for the shop. I've been working on things around the house and things like that. I would pick up a game here and there, I'd pick up something and work on that and do whatever. And it's something that I really want to sit and write more, and get on the blog and get stuff out. But then like I think about it, and it's like, if I have time to work on the blog, I have time to work on my book that I want to work on too, so it's like I'm torn. I'm going both ways there, where I want to work on the blog, but I also want to work on my ideas for my book that I want to write and everything. So I don't know where I'm going to land with it. I mean, once I figure out a flow for that, and I figure out something for that, I'm going to get working on that more, for right now. I feel like I should be working on the book and writing that out and getting that going. Cause once that's done, and once it's, fixed up and everything, then I could, throw it out there to the world and see if it catches anywhere while I'm working on the blog, So I don't know. I have ideas in my head, and I'm going to see where they go. So we're going to see how that works. But yeah, for right now, as far as like not doing stuff, you know, not necessity things and everything like that. It's time where I want to try and focus more on family, more on hanging out and doing things when we could do things. And for us, you know, I mentioned last year that movies is a big part of that, and it still is. It's still huge part of it. I could sit here and I could, you know, tell you that the next few weeks, the next few shows, I'm going to be talking about scary games and scary, you know, books and like all the, like, I'm going to be telling you about stuff. But as far as games go, I don't play like scary, spooky games like that. So it'll just be me talking about games I've heard of that were creepy or whatever, you know, and nothing personal that I could say about it. So I'm not going to go down that route. I'm sure there's plenty of other places. If you want to talk scary games, you could go listen to there. But me, I will definitely be talking about movies, and I'll be talking about books too. I just started, right now, listening to Starling House. Starling House, I think it came out last year. I think that's when it came out. Alex E. Harrow, I think, is the author. I don't like giving author names because I usually, you know, butcher them. and then I sound like really dumb when I'm going to edit. So, yeah, Alex E. Harrow. Look, I was right. So Starling House, let me see. It came out, wow, 2023, 2 years ago. That's crazy. I thought it was last year. But it is very, oh my God, the vibes. Like I'm pretty early on, like, you know, early chapters. Nothing too crazy going on yet. But so far, the vibes are like so on point. It's perfect for right now. Like, you know, beginning of October, where you're getting things going. Maybe you're putting out Halloween decorations. Maybe you're, you know, trying to get in the spooky mood and everything. This is absolutely perfect for that. And it is, I think it's basically like a haunted house type of story. So if you're into that type of stuff, if you're into whatever that is, like, you know, haunted house, you know, spooky vibes or whatever, then go for it. Go check out Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. And I don't think so far from what I've read, I don't think you're going to be disappointed, because I think it does get better from what I heard, you know, so it's something I'm excited for. There's a whole bunch of other books that I had lined up that I want to get through for this month, and hopefully I'll be able to get through them. I still have to finish up Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm only still on book 2. Well, I'm up to book 3 now. That's where I'm up to. I did manage to get into Audible for a discounted price. So whenever I want to jump into it, I could. But, you know, as for right now, I think I'm going to try and stick with more spooky stuff and go that route for the next few weeks. As far as other books go, I've been updating the story graph primarily, and that's where I'm sticking with. I don't think I've mentioned that yet here. I had the debate going on with myself in one of my shows that I spoke about a few weeks ago, where the story graph in Goodreads was a seesaw going back and forth. I didn't know where to go, and I ultimately chose Goodreads, and that was where I went with. That's where I landed. That's where I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stick with that, and I was gonna stick with it, and I did for a little bit for a few updates. I did, but then I spoke with some people. There were some people I spoke with. I forgot if it was in my Discord or the other book Discord that I'm in, and then also with a listener that was emailing me. He's an old friend from old podcast times, and he was talking to me about it too. We talked about updating and all that stuff for the apps and everything. like basically everybody that I was talking to about it, just like it made me think, yes, why why am I sticking with Goodreads? And like, you know, I stayed with them because it's comfortable, it's what I know, and it's easy to just jump on and update and then leave it alone and then like forget about it, you know. But that's not good enough. It's not good because, you know, ultimately I'm not happy with it. I'm still very blah with it, and I'm still just whatever about, like, you know, how it is, how it feels, how lacking it is on some aspects and things. And then, you know, the whole being old my Amazon thing, which is the looming cloud that hangs over, that it's like, you know, you just feel feel morally wrong with it sometimes. And you know, I just decided, okay, that's it, I'm done. So I switched over to the story graph. That's where I am, primarily for book updates. And so far so good. I'm enjoying it. And I'm digging what it is. I wiped everything off that I had from there, and I started fresh. I imported everything from Goodreads, and I started fresh with it. Spoiler alert, I actually still do use Goodreads, but I'm not on there to do anything, you know, substantial. I do everything on the story graph, and then I take everything that I do there and I just copy and paste it into Goodreads, and it is only for my blog. That is the only purpose that I still use Goodreads. And my blog has integrations in it where whatever I update on Goodreads, it just goes straight to the blog and it shows up there in the sidebar. And that's what I liked. That's what I wanted to keep going with it for. So whatever I put in Goodreads, it's like an automatic thing. I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to update anything on the blog with it, you know, and it's there. So I actually emailed the story graph, and I asked if there was going to be some sort of integration like that with WordPress, and they said they are working on it. So once they figure that out, and once they get that off the ground and working, it's going to be goodbye Goodreads. I'm going to be completely done with it. So I think in the show notes I have my links for everything where you could find me and everything like that. I think Storygraph is on there. So if you want to jump on that and you know, give me a follow there, you're going to see that I actually was binging all the Dan Brown books. I finished everything up until now. The current book is what I'm up to. The one that just came out a few weeks ago. The Secret of Secrets is the newest one, and that's the one that I'm up to. Let me see. I think it was 2009. 2009 was the Lost Symbol. And that's the one that I was very excited for. And I was very, very looking forward to it. And I got it when it came out, and I never read it. I never read it. I read it a few weeks ago. That was the first time I read it. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it's been that long since I had this and I never read it. And yeah, I just kept on going. I went through that one, The Lost Symbol, and then I read Inferno, and I just finished up Origin yesterday morning. And I was browned out. I was done. I couldn't go anymore. I could have, like, I have the last one. I have the last one here, but I just couldn't do it. I needed something different. I needed something that was, you know, more fantastical, more not real, because I was getting really, really like edgy with stuff. I don't know if anybody has ever read a Dan Brown book before. They are fairly cheesy with a lot of stuff. It's not exactly the greatest writing in the world, but it's good. It's good candy. It's good, like, you know, it's not good for you, but it's fun. And it's something that, you know, you could get through really quick because the pacing is like super fast for the most part. and it's intriguing, mysterious stuff. So it's fun to read for me, and yeah. So that's what I've been doing for reading lately. Basically just Dan Brown books, and like I said, Starling House is the first fantasy type book that I've read in a while, in a few books. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me see what else. So yeah, I think next week I'll be more centralized with October, more stuff under my belt that I could talk about and get into with this season, this fall, spooky time. And I'm getting tired of saying spooky. I don't know. I'm trying to find a different word. I can't. But but I'm thinking next week I'll be able to talk about more stuff. If you have more things that you wanna bring up, or you want me to talk about, or something you want to discuss or whatever, let me know. Send me an email or message me where that I am. I think I made it pretty clear where I am. I think I'm on Discord, for the most part, where I could be found, mostly. I'm also on my blog where you could, comment or whatever. The show notes for this show are going to be there. So if you want to go comment on the show notes there for this episode, you could do that. Or you could email me or whatever like that, so it's up to you. If you want to talk something, if you want to discuss something on one of these shows for October, then let's go for it and see where that goes. For the most part, for gaming, I guess I'll mention gaming here since I mentioned movies and I mentioned books already. Let me just hit all my hobbies at once in one show. So for gaming, I just received the dbrand Killswitch. I guess I could get into that here right now. I did an unboxing and everything. I've recorded some stuff. I actually recorded a YouTube video where I was on camera and everything. I have that. I had that in my photos. I don't know if I'm ever going to post it. I don't know how I'm going to do with it. I feel like I want to do something like that. I feel like I want to get into that and get that going, but I want to do it right. I want to do it properly. And the one that I did was in the car, waiting for the kids to be picked up. And I felt like I was being rushed because I got there late and I just started doing it, so I didn't have a lot of time to sit there and really talk and all that. So I think I also would benefit from a script. Here on the podcast, I go off the cuff, and I just talk, whatever I have on my mind. But I think on YouTube, it'll be a lot different because I'm there. I'm actually looking at myself in the camera and it's like I get trailed off a lot more easily, I guess, because my eyes are working, and here I could just be looking at the screen and thinking and talking. ADHD is it hurts sometimes, so it's not easy. But yeah, so anyway, I'm trailing off now. Listen to me. I'm out there. For gaming, what was I saying? The Killswitch. That's what I was trying to get at. So yeah, that was bad. What was I talking about for the last 5 minutes? I don't know. Oh man, this is why my wife makes fun of me. So the Killswitch, it was being debated a lot. I came from what do they call now? Savage Raven. Skull and Co. Skull and Co. They're Savage Raven now. I had the stand grip. It was a purple stand grip because I like colors like that. I like purple and orange and all that. And then it had the cover, the shell, protective shell that you could take on and off. It worked and it was good. It did its job. It was nothing crazy. It wasn't over the top or anything. It gave me better grip than what the naked Switch 2 gives, like, most definitely. And the cover was also good, it protected it, and it protected it pretty well. I think I got that when, I first got the Switch 2. I went through a few grips. I went through a few cases, and I could not find anything that I liked. I couldn't find anything that was good, or whatever. So I finally landed on that, and I enjoyed it. I liked it. I actually also had, I had the Mario Kart World case, the official one that you have probably seen on shelves or whatever. I wasn't going to go with that, but then I saw it in the store one day, and I was like, holy, this looks nice. Like the picture itself, like you see it on the computer or screen or whatever, and yeah, whatever. But then I saw it in person. It was really, really different. Like it felt super premium, it felt good, and it looked awesome. Like the art on it was like huge and vibrant and detailed and all that. So I really liked it. I went with that. I had that as a case, and then I had the Skull and Crow one, the purple one, for the grip. They both work together. They both fit, it was good. And whatever. But then the kid who has the Switch 2 also, he had a case and it broke because it was like, a cheap $10, $15 case from Amazon. He had that one, and then it broke, and I gave him the Mario Kart one, and I just had the stand grip with the shell. I needed something else. I needed something that, could give me a better grip. I knew I wanted a better grip, and I know I wanted something that could hold physical games, because that's how I roll. And that's another show. Maybe November I'll talk about physical media and all that stuff, because that's going to be a doozy. I keep pushing that off. I've been saying that I need to talk about physical media. Maybe I'll do a double show one of these weeks and go through there. But anyway, let me not get into that. But yeah, so I wanted to get something that was better, and I just kept on defaulting to dbrand, to the Killswitch, and I was like, okay, that's it, I'm done. I'm just gonna do it. I was doing good in selling stuff in the shop for a few weeks, for a little bit, and I was like, all right, I could do it, I could get it done, I could just knock it out. Let me just do it now and get it over it, rip off the band-aid and get it. Cause it's $70, it's, well, 75. I had a coupon. I waited for a coupon for like a week, and it's an expensive, option for a case when you could just get something for like $20 from Amazon. So it's something that, I was debating for a while, and I pulled the trigger on it, and I was done. It is like super, super premium. I did the unboxing, and it was cool. Actually, you know what? I think maybe I'll go ahead, and when I post this video on YouTube, when I post the unboxing, I'm going to use this audio, and I'm going to mess with that and see how that turns out. So yeah, if you're listening to this and you're watching my unboxing video right now for the dbrand Killswitch, hi, welcome. This is the talking place. and this is my podcast. So go check it out, and check out the comments down below, and subscribe and all that stuff. So, anyway, back to what I was doing. So you could see, like, in my unboxing for it, it is like super premium packaging, super, super good, like the way it's presented and everything. And I got two skins with it, because they have the option available right now that you could go through Best Buy. You go to Best Buy and buy the Killswitch from there for the same price. That was actually something I was going to do too, but I figured I could just wait a little bit longer, and then I could get some free skins for the Joy-Cons. And you know me, I am a sucker for customizing and accessorizing things. So I wanted to do something like that, like, like get a skin for Joy-Cons and everything. I wound up going with the X-Ray again. I actually have the X-Ray skin on my Steam Deck, and I like the X-Ray because it looks cool. I really do like the way it looks, but also is buy one, get one free. You can get a white one and you get a black one for the same price. So I went with that, and I went with that. There was I think I was going to do Area 51, the black and white one. But I wanted to have both, because my kid also likes to do stuff like that, accessorize and things. So I was like, hey, you like this skin? And he was like, yeah, I like that skin. And, I got, buy one, get one free, got it. And then I show it to him. He's like, oh, I'm not going to use that. I was like, oh, great. Thank you so much. So I wound up actually doing one Joy-Con in the black X-Ray and one Joy-Con in the white X-Ray. And I like the way it came out. I really do like the contrast of it. I think it looks awesome. So anyway, the actual dbrand Killswitch, the texture on the grip feels very different from what I was expecting. It's almost like a sandpaper type of feel, like a smooth sandpaper. There is some sort of grip there. There's a grip, but it's not as grippy as I was expecting it to be. I would have loved it to have like a soft matte feel. I guess kind of like the way the Switch 2 Pro controller is, that type of smooth, really smooth feeling. But at the same time, that's not very grippy either. It just feels good. Like it feels comfortable to hold. And I've been playing with the Killswitch on for a little bit since I put it on, and it there's nothing wrong with it. It actually feels great. Like for as far as texture wise goes, just out the box, you feel it. And it's like, it just threw me off. Like I wasn't expecting how that felt, but actually, installing it was super easy and everything. And everything clicks on there the way it's supposed to click on there now, because, I ordered it when it first got announced for, when it was for pre-order. And then all of that craziness was going on with it, that it was falling off and that it wasn't working right, that it was defective and all that, so I canceled my order. Everything worked good now. They fixed it. They got everything to work, and it works good. So nothing falls off, nothing like that. The dock works perfectly fine. It doesn't get stuck or anything like that. And everything works great. Actually, honestly, like it feels amazing. The actual grip itself is very form fitting to the hand. It feels like it is, like it's molded to your hand. And I love the way it feels. It's very comfortable to play. It's very, very cool to look at, very good to look at, very aesthetic. I feel like, I don't know, like I really don't want to say that the $75 was worth it with the coupon, $80 regular, but it was worth it, like it's something that it feels like it cost that much. Like it feels like it's premium. It feels like it's protective. Because another thing was that I wanted the aspects of a case, but without having a case, I wanted a grip and I wanted a case together. And this is like absolutely perfect for that. It has the cover that goes on it, and the cover itself has the game holder where you could, put the games in there, and it looks awesome. It looks cool, and it fits great, and it feels protected. It feels good. So overall, I feel like it's the way that I was wanting to go, what I was wanting from it. Cause I was figuring what I wanted and what I wanted to have in a case and a grip. And this checked all the boxes. So So I'm glad I picked it up and it works good. So, I'm sure everybody else knows about it by now. And this is my take. This is my thoughts on it. So if you're interested, go check it out. And I approve. This is my thumb of approval. My thumb of approval. There you go. I'm gonna make that a sticker. All right. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about the Killswitch. If you're on the fence, if you're looking for something and you're still debating on it, go for it. Your resisting is understanding. It's understandable, but it's okay if you pull that trigger and you go with it. It'll be all right. You'll enjoy it, and you'll have comfort when you're playing, and it's all good. So yeah, that's that. What I was saying about gaming, other than that, is maybe this month I will finally finish playing Luigi's Mansion 3. I've been playing it for years now, because I only ever like playing it in October. And whenever I do go to play it, like, something else pops up that I'm getting into more. So, I'm thinking maybe I'll get into it now. I mean, I know it's a really short game, so it's like kind of sad that it's taking me so long to play it. I just need to focus on it and get into it, and not get distracted by, like, Fortnite. And, especially now K-pop Demon Hunters is in Fortnite, because holy crap, that's amazing. But I gotta try and focus and not play Hades like I've been playing, because I want to get Hades 2 when it releases in November physical, and not try to get into Hollow Knight, because, Hollow Knight is something I've been also wanting to play and get into. There's a lot of stuff. That's another show that I want to do, how many games there are and how ridiculous it is. So I'm going to try to finish Luigi's Mansion 3, for October with my new Killswitch, and then I'm gonna be reading up Starling House, and maybe pick up something else after that, for the moody vibes of fall and October. And then, Halloween movies, scary movies, like spooky movies that it's the time for. This is what it's about. This is why we suffer through the heat of summer to get to these months, and it's amazing. It's good. So go ahead, give me an email, send me an email, go to the blog, themanthechefthedad.com, and check out the show notes for this episode. It's going to be very easy to find. It's going to be front and center. You should be able to see it right there. Find the show notes and then give me a comment. Send me a comment there. Let's talk about what you do for these months, what you do for October. How do you like to celebrate these weeks where the vibe changes and the weather changes and all that stuff, and let me know what you do, what you're into, and maybe we could share some ideas and go through stuff and all that goodness. So enjoy the week, enjoy the weekend, have a good weekend, stay safe out there, please stay safe. Very easy to not be safe these days, so please stay safe and take care of yourselves, take care of your family, enjoy the little things, enjoy the simple things, and take care of yourselves. And peace out, and catch you hopefully next week.